I collected 20,000 regrets from people in 109 countries, and when you read through them, when you analyze them, you realize that people around the world have the same 4 regrets over and over again, and one of them is exactly that.
All right, I'm Karin, and I'm here with our next edition of Asking for a Friend, live from the HR SHRM. Well, live-ish.
Okay.
We're recorded live,
Okay.
but here we are together, you and me, Dan.
Yeah.
And you just finished your fantastic keynote about
Thank
the
you.
power of regret in your wonderful book. And as I was listening, we're getting ready to do our mega session on psychological safety and inspiring courage. And one of your regrets were regrets of boldness.
Right.
And I'd just like to hear a little bit more about, what were those kinds of regrets?
Yeah, so one of the biggest, so I collected 20,000 regrets from people in 109 countries, and when you read through them, when you analyze them, you realize that people around the world have the same 4 regrets over and over again, and one of them is exactly that, these regrets about boldness. And regrets about boldness are, if only I'd taken the chance. And you see it a lot, you see it in all realms of life. You see it in education, you see it in romance, you see it in just day-to-day living. But in careers, you see it a lot, and it usually expresses itself like this. I wish I had started a company, gone out on my own rather than stayed in this lackluster job. If only I had done that. If only I'd spoken up. If only I'd been more entrepreneurial. And in the realm of careers, as you know, Karin, those regrets are not only on the individual. It's also on the environment and the context that they're in. And so organizations that provide psychological safety are going to reduce those kinds of boldness regrets. That in itself is a good thing, but they're also going to get greater capacity out of people because of that.
Beautiful, beautiful. So let me just ask you one more question. What is your best advice if you have a team and you really want to encourage that boldness, that psychological safety? What would you say practically to help people do that?
Well, I think what you have to do is you have to actually show that as a leader. So if somebody dissents, if somebody disagrees with you, thank them for disagreeing with you.
Yes.
Okay. If somebody makes a mistake that not a not colossal mistake, but a mistake that shows they were trying to do something cool and it didn't work out, celebrate that mistake. I think that a lot of the talk we hear sometimes in companies, we love failure, we embrace failure, we want people to say their truth, is BS in many cases. You have to actually show that in operation. And the person who can show that is the person in charge.
Dan, thank you so very much for taking the time to talk
A pleasure.
with us.
Pleasure.
See you next time at Asking for a Friend.